Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Thrifty Canucks hosted by Kim at Images by Kim and Thrifty Thursday hosted by Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming. Recall, I wanted to do a low or no spend January. And I now have this book where I am keeping track of days where I am not in a thrift store. I spent a whole $2 there, and I clearly had a lot of, let's call it money burning a hole in my pocket. So, yesterday was Tuesday, so I spent $30 on $30, and that was $110. And I am not going to judge myself. You can do as you wish. So, let's get after it. I can read Mia and the Too Big Tutu. This is from one of my library's perpetual book sales, and it has information in it that is going to be useful for the scavenger hunt, or at least images. So that's what that is. Look. Also from said book perpetual book sale, the 100% this cover, it's a Blue Jay, and I would like very much to make a TN out of it. Is it going to be big enough? It is going to be big enough. And these are images of snow animals and snow peats, snow drifts, and snow. Oh, duck. Squirrel. Anyways, so sweet pictures. Also from the bookstore, book sale, the Golden Egg book. Also full of really sweet images. I love the size of this book too. I think this, it is a golden book. All right. Beautiful egg and nice size. And this has also images in it that I know is going to be in the scavenger hunt. And whatever isn't is going to be beautiful, possibly for an Easter journal. Because I really did not like last year's Easter journal. So there we are. Okay, magazines are next. And after this, we will have no more paper products. First one, Life, Cats, Companion in Life. This is a magazine with nothing but cat pictures. And that's simply a mandatory. You need to go and purchase. So there we are, there's that. The magazine, so when I was doing the cleanup of my studio, I chucked out every single magazine that I had. I know. And now I'm on a scavenger hunt, and guess what I need? Magazines. So I was very judicious about what I purchased, and I tried to find a good fashion magazine. So Vogue is pretty good. Vogue has got, you know, faces and so on and so forth. Martha Stewart Living has got food in it and crafts and other stuff, and it's also a very high production magazine, so there's a lot of nice images in it. Real Simple, second verse same as the first, kind of like a Martha Stewart. It's got all of oh, poor little guy, interesting images in it. And then I found this, which I've never seen before. What a chunk. How many pages? 304 pages. It's called Zunk, Z-U-N-K. Going with, oh, Zinc. Oh, Zinc. Okay, Zinc magazine. Fashion, punk, kind of. Really gorgeous images. High graphic content. And that should be enough. Okay, so I'm gonna make a thunk. I'm gonna pause to have a minor cup of tea. If you haven't already gotten a cup of tea and a cookie or whatever, pause and go get one, because we've got a pile of stuff to go through. I did spend a lot of money. A comment about Value Village in the event that you go. They have really jacked up their book prices. So they've done another price increase, which makes it easier to not buy books. And there are other garment prices that have plummeted. So I think for some weird reason, people are in love with getting books, but people do not understand how to use a garment, how to use fiber. Interesting. So let's start with this, because this has really got the story of how I gave myself permission to not be so rude with myself. So this is a bunch of Nepalese prayer flags. And I have been wanting a set of prayer flags for a very, very long time, long story. And when I did the banners at Christmas, I renewed my passion and desire to have them. Looked them up on Amazon. You know, they cost this, they cost that, they cost whatever. And then I saw these for a very inexpensive price, and like they were like, I don't know, $250 or something. And it's like, this is a sign from the four winds that blow that I should be kind to myself, and just, if it's something that I really like, go ahead and get it. So this was the harbinger of good luck for the shop, and I can hardly wait to open these. So where do we want to begin? Most of this is textile. So let's do a couple of more non-textiles, get those out of the way. Oops, it's gonna fall. Hold on. So 3 things that are not textile. This is not textile. This is, I do believe, cards. Because heaven forbid I should not have enough cards. There. Open this so you can see it better. And these are, that's the Eiffel Tower, and that is sort of a voyage. And I really like the kids today are using the word vibe like crazy. And I really like those as playing cards. I also like the box. The box is tremendous. Probably bought it because it had maps on it. In any event, that is non-textile item number 1. Non-textile item number 2 is this from Creative Memories. And this is a self-sealing cutting mat. And when I am stitching, I quite often stitch with something on my lap, usually a pillow, and I have taken to having like just the cover of a book or something to give it some stability, and this is going to be perfect for that. It's going to be able to take needles and put it on the top of the book, and I'm going to have a nice platform. So it's just perfect. Yes, please. Next one is this. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. You so want to fall. This, so I don't want all of the bits that are in here. And I did some, I guess, price math? Is that what we call it? I don't know. Calculations, let's call it that. About, well, I just want those. Is it still going to be worth it? And yes, it is. So let's see what all we have in here. So this is ink pad, an ink pad, an ink pad. So we've got some reds, 2 blacks, and oh, that's kind of cute. So I'll just put these out. Got a pineapple. How beautiful it is to be alive. Can't argue with that. Little gingerbread. So this is one of the first ones. Love that as a frame. So that's one of the ones that is a defo keeper. Maple leaf, defo keeper. Apple. Hello, love. I think I'm gonna do that. There we are. Because of you. Watermelon. Whoops. Not really. Angel. Nope. Bird. Kind of like the bird. This is Our Home and Native Land. So that's very Canadian because that's part of our national anthem. Not really. And then this is the other one. It is super fancy. And this is To My Friend. So that whole pile there, interested in, not interested in. So we will put those back and send them back into the world for a new life. And that concludes the non-textile portion of the episode. So I have 4 of these, which are lace and ribbon things. Some more ribbon. So ribbon, do ribbon, and then lace. So this is some nice, like, very thick ply. This is some not so thick, but there's a lot of it. And there is 2 kinds here. There is this that's got a strip pattern in the middle of it, which is kind of sweet. And then this has got a very specific, I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Can you see? Can you? It's like pleated, very tight pleating. I still don't think you can see. There, you can see there. It's a very interesting texture. So that's bag number 1. This is bag number 2 that wants to fall apart in the worst way. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is strapping. This is expensive. Ask me how I know that. Ouch. I know it, Boo. I know it. I got all kinds of interesting things here, eh, Boo? Yeah. She's sticking her nose in everything that's hitting the floor. So this is seam binding. And what is in here? This is, ooh, Fabricland. Looks almost full. This is a massive amount. This is blanket binding. Whoo, Nelly, this is yellow. So this is what you put on the top of like a winter blanket. Usually that's the place that it comes apart first, and you can buy replacement stuff. So this is a replacement, and it is this color of wild yellow. More ribbon. That's probably was the one to go with that. Ooh, pink. Some more ribbon, so that would have been a rope there. This is, oh, bias tape. It's unfolded for the folding. This is ribbon. Yeehaw, so this is probably dance. Dance trim, dance outfit trim, because it's stretchy. And there's, is this a stretch? No, but this is beautiful. This is like perfect. Just for lining. So some of this is for, will be destined for the crazy quilting portion of my journey into interesting things. Oh, and this is somebody who's kept the ribbon. Bless their hearts. Really nice ribbon too. And it's full of wire. And then the last one is this, which is wild. I think this might have been a belt at one time. Yeah, I think it was. It was a belt at one time, and then something broke off the end. But that, even just that as trim all its own, gorge. So that is that bundle of ribbon. I did leave a bunch of them there. I'm gonna let the court know. I will also let the court know that I left there was a huge bundle of crochet threads, and there was one beautiful largish wooden spool, but I thought I have enough spools. I'm not going to buy all that other stuff just for one spool. What are we doing, boo? All right, well, you do you. This is seam binding, and it's going to be straightforward bias tape, I think, if I can. Grace. I'm watching you. Goober. So, seam binding. Ooh, quilt binding. I didn't know there was such a thing. Oh, okay. So that last piece that we saw that was open, that's quilt binding. Okay. Finishing touch. Eliminates raw edges. Oh, okay. Ooh, double fold bias is kind of like that to me. Okay, and some more lace. Ooh, this is seam binding. More lace, more lace. This is more blanket binding. So somebody was in the, see, that's the more civilized, dialed down color. That. And then we have this one, which is probably going to be something of more of the same, I'm going to say. So this is, what's this? Hem facing. It's very wide. Ooh, what does it say? Stretchable. Fancy. Wide single fold bias. Okay. Ooh, iron-on hem tape. This is more bias tape. And this is probably going to be some of the wide fold. It's more lace. This is seam binding. Seam binding. Oh, seam binding. Lace and lace. It's a beautiful selection of colors. That purple in the last one was nice. Okay. And now for the actual textiles. Need another sweat tea. So what do I want to say first? So let's do this one first. So here is a set of placemats. And they are polyester. I kind of don't care because they are 1000% junk journal covery text type kind of things. And Rachel at Roxy Creations has created sort of her own set of textiles, which I would give teeth one anyways. There, I'm just putting them all in the right order, which is 74. Is that way? There. And she's putting them in her various pieces, and so this, I think, will be a perfect opportunity for me to do the same. Now that we've got them right way around, and beautiful text. I mean, there's stamping, numbers, and then just this kind of script. Might need a bit of a wash, and that's okay. And if we want to, we can either keep this together. It's 2-ply. 2-ply. So we have that. Okay, so this is going to be, the next pieces are all going to be from, in Value Village specifically, they split the kind of clothing up into a variety of areas. So they'll have sportwear, skirts, pants, lingerie, nightwear, gowns, whatever. And they also have a section called the International, which is Indian, Chinese, burqas, garments that come clearly from other cultures. And it's kind of annoying to me, but also kind of not, that they really, really underprice some of those things. When I was there, there was a lovely Indian woman who had in her hands a beautiful, I mean, absolutely dead stun gorgeous, dark blue, bejeweled to the nines dress with a scarf. And she was holding it up and she's like humming and hawing. And I went over to her and I said, that is a gorgeous dress. And so I said, you need to go get a cart and you need to spend some time here. And so anyways, I had no idea that that was going to be my influence on it. We had a very lovely chit chat, not just me sort of bombing in, giving her direction and leaving. We had a lovely chat. The dress was for her daughter and blah, 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 da, 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 da. And so I saw her eventually leave and she had beautiful, beautiful, beautiful outfits that just pennies on the dollar, that just made me so happy that she was able to get garments. And so, oops, what was that? Oh, it was... And so I did kind of the same in that area. Some of this I can wear around the house. Some of it I might cut apart. I'm not sure. I love these shoulders. Oh my God. And it's a 3/4 sleeve, which is really beautiful. And so that's the top. And then sort of a light and high waist. And then that's what the front is. It's a very garden looking. And then the bottom is this. And then the back is more or less the same. Let's flip it over and just see. It's the same style and then not quite as fancy as the front. Well, I keep thinking, it's like, I can wear this. And all of this is going to be like 100% cotton. 100% cotton. This is not from that area. but it is a beautiful shrug, and we know that we're going to be using this for lace. We know this in advance. And it's just quite pretty. I like the color red, and it's red roses, and so that is destined for the shopping block. This is from the fabric area. I tried a couple of times to leave this be, and I could not, because these are beautiful bird medallions, and there's a lot of them, and they are just perfectly, I'll stop moving them in a second so you can see, perfectly suited for the cutting out and then using as applique. Like I say, I tried to not take this. I traded up. So quite often what I will do is I will put, quite often, like I always do it, put more in my cart, and then I start saying, okay, do I want this or want that? So it's, I don't need it all. I impulsively are like, oh, I like that. But it's like, oh, but if I'm going to have one, which one am I going to have? And that kind of trading. So this was one of them that won the selection process because it's so pretty. Hang on, I want to see. I think the pearls are glued on. Yeah, all the gems are glued on. Still, it's beautiful. So we've that. Next is another shirt. I'm sort of obsessed with this kind of green at the moment. I have no idea why. It reminds me kind of, and I know it's not, like a feed sacky kind of look to it. And it's also green. So that's my story. That's what I'm sticking to it. And it was in the international area, and because it was in the international area, it was just a fraction of the cost that it would be if it was on another shelf. Also, international area, this is velvet. Kind of bonkers. Look at the color of this velvet. Oh, I could just fall into this color. And then all of this patterning, the sleeves, there's beading, and then it goes all the way to the bottom. And it's all of these beautiful lines of stitching. Oh, is there lining? Oh, there's lining. There's even lining. And then what does the back say? And the back is blank, which is fine because that means that there is going to be just a blank velvet. Also international, yellow. And then flowers at the bottom. I like the yellow a lot. And I won't decide. Oh, I like the way these cuffs are going. Very pretty tulip, kind of a tulipy cuff. Very nice. I won't decide which ones I'm going to cut up until I have them washed and I try them on, because some of them might not fit or might not suit, but some of these I might just end up as part of my wardrobe. International, and so all of this international clothing is just not the right, it's not a normal garment price. If I've not made that clear, let me make it clear. It's bonkers. It's just bonkers. And this is just beautiful colors and beautiful fabric. And then the back is more of the same and more of the same. And I think I have one more. Yeah, one more. One more. Also gorge. Yep. It's lined. And so there's some of this is outlined with, I'm going to say it's a couched stitch. Let me see. No, it's just stitched. But it's all outlined. So this isn't print. This is actually a chain stitch. And some of it's pretty, like glittery, and some of it is sort of flat. Like, the textile is bananas. And then are these patched on? I think they might be. So the colorways that I have are all kind of warm. So there's yellow, there's orange, there's red, there's green. I think there was one blue, and then everything else is just, I left because it was the wrong color. Incapable, this is a linen shirt, 100% linen, just incapable of leaving linen behind. So this is one of two things that are fairly expensive. So I played, like, I didn't pay retail for it, but I paid retail thrift, if that's a thing. But it's linen, it's 100% linen, and it's gorge. And I'll show you the other thing that I paid thrift retail for, and that is this. This is a tablecloth. And where is an edge that I can pull this open for you? So this is all cut work. And the cut work is 2 rounds of it. There's one at the very edge, and there's also one in the middle. And I've looked at it, and you can tell me. I think that might be hand done. You can see those stitches there, really, really tiny, and hand cut, because this is coarse. It's not clean. And I tried so hard to not take this. But I just couldn't stand it because cut work. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this cotton here, if I cut these apart and use them on something, this cotton is beautiful. It's fairly substantial, but just, oh, the hand feel is tremendous. The color of it is also lush. See, like that's stitching. Like that's, somebody stitched it. There were hands that stitched it. So those were the two things, like I say, that I didn't overpay for, but I paid, it made up a decent chunk of the amount of money that I paid overall. So we're still going strong. These are 2 pillowcases. And I have been wanting to make myself a pinafore because I splodge paint on my lap when I'm sitting here sometimes, and I don't like doing that. I have an over-the-head apron that I don't like because I got to put it over the head. So I want to make a pinafore or an apron. And this seemed like nice, bright, cheery, arty kind of fabric. So there's that. Oh, okay. So I'm piling the fabric right over here, and somebody has decided to take a nest right in the middle of it. Okay, down to the short strokes. 100% linen. I think this is yes, it's a P. So, it's linen placemats. 2. It's linen. I can't pass up linen. Not when it's inexpensive. I mean, if it was like, here's $150 for a thing, it would be easy to say no, but it's hard to say no to linen. Because it's so beautiful to work with. This is a beautiful light fabric. I think this is an Indian scarf that for some, the people in the back were confused. That's all I'm going to say. This was in Housewares and priced like it was in maybe Housewares. Oh, it's upside down. Here we are. There. That's better. It's just beautiful. And it's so light. And a sweet color, like it goes really nicely with the linen. But see, this end and then this end, and then the rest is different. So the ends make me think that it is not tableware, but scarf wear. Last large piece, more tableware, 100% cotton, more cut work. And so I want to use some of this to dye. I have a whole bunch of echo dyeing on my brain. It'd be, of course, the depths of January where there's no opportunity to get green stuff really. But this will be destined for dye pots. And then cut apart. Or if I have a desperate need for something that's white, I might cut apart now. Anyway, so there we are. And last but not least, also under the banner of everybody was really confused. So we have Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and Exhibit C. All three ties are labeled 100% silk. Italian silk. This says silk. So that's Harry Rosen. This is Liz Claiborne. And I don't know what the tag is for that one. Oh, Pierre Cardin, Paris. Okay. Each one of these ties was $2.50. And when I was on my previous tie rampage, these ties would have been around $9 at sort of the full price if you weren't applying any kind of discount or anything. So somebody has either changed the pricing list entirely, or we have some new people in the back. In any event, I took advantage of the sudden change in price and got the three that I thought were the most appropriate. And that, my friends, concludes, let us hope, the thrifting escapades for a good while. I hope I have it out of my system. It really helps to tell you how much I spent, because then I actually have to face the numbers and not hide them. And we will enter them in the book, as we've done. I need to do a couple of laundries, and with all things being equal, the creek don't rise, you will see some of this fabric roll by the table as we get going. So that's all for now. Please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Love you lots, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.